Hello everyone, my name is Marco Quilumba. Today we are going to learn about the elements of a lesson. But first we have to understand about the lesson plan. Lesson plan is the details of the step to describe how the topic will be taught, the activities, times, materials, and the achievement of the class. Objectives will be detailed. Having an outline of what is going to be done is very important as it guarantees a good development of the class. In order to do a lesson plan, it's very important to know about the main elements are. Here is the descriptions of the students. It is very important to know what type of students you are going to teach. For this, you have to know the level they are at. For example, you know what they know, the previous knowledge, and what is the difficult for them. You should also consider the age of the students. Also, you see which activities is the most appropriate for them, and the more open understanding. I mean, for example, which activities they understand in the better way. Aims and objectives. It is important because it is a most significant guide, since it allows us to know what is going to be achieved. In these objectives can be established in primary and secondaries. This would be allow us to know how we are fulfill the process of teaching and the students learning. The objectives must to be achievable, real. These objectives must allow us to reach the goal. This is very important, to reach the goal of what we want to teach. Procedures. There are steps of how the plan is going to be carried out. The procedures describe the activities that the students are going to work on, the times they are going to have in each activity, or the total of the entire lesson. Anticipate problems in order to be successful in teaching. In addition to having a plan, you must also prepare for the difficulties or for problems that may be occur. That's why we have to anticipate with solutions in event that a complication arises. In extra activities and materials. In order for the class to develop harmoniously, it is essential to be prepared and correctly the use of the materials. They are going to work during the class. Example of these are the activities that the students are going to do during of the class. Also, the use of appropriate materials, and it is important to consider the times since the lesson has to be taught. In this 1 hour. For example of this, you have to manage the times, materials, activities. For example, you can't put one video for example, for 45 minutes, and your class is just for 1 hour. You have to share it properly. That's why it's very important prepare a lesson plan. Success indicators. One of the ways to motivate the students is to measure how they are successfully learning. For example, with assessments, this can be during, at the end, or through the activities. This is in order to improve the students. Homework and further works. To see the results if the plan was carried out successfully, it is important to carry out additional tasks and additional work. For example, homeworks in order to practice what they learned at the class or at the lesson. Finally, I'm going to do a little summary about what we saw before. But first, you got here a format of a lesson plan. You can see an example how to design your format of a lesson plan. Objectives. Objectives is the most important component of the lesson plan. Objectives define what the students are going to learn during of the lesson. Assessment. Assessments is very important because make us understand what your students need to review so that you can plan more effective lesson for the next time. Materials. Materials is very important to have a lot of materials because if you prepare the materials ahead of the lesson, you may have more time or more focus on teaching. At the end, you have anticipate of problems. Anticipate of problems is very important because you have alternatives in your lessons in case you have emergency. An example of this, for example, any video it doesn't work. For example, you have to have another video in order to replace the failed one. Thank you so much. That's all for today and have a good day.